This is actually a mini episode, a very short and sweet episode of the VeVe Vantage Podcast. I wanted to record it to talk about a very important issue, especially if you have purchased the OMI tokens from BitForex and you want to have those transactions in your 2022 taxes. I want to talk about my experience with BitForex and the OMI tokens. We definitely don't talk too much about the OMI tokens on a podcast, but this is an issue that I face that I think will help many people who also own OMI, especially if you buy OMI on BitForex, because that's like the only big exchange that you can buy OMI from if you live in the US. So what I was trying to do a few days ago was I wanted to get all my, this is my story with BitForex. I live in the US, you do too, right? And the only way for us to get OMI is through BitForex. So what I do is I would buy another crypto Solana from Coinbase, transfer Solana from Coinbase to BitForex, because you cannot buy OMI from BitForex using your credit card. You need to get another crypto from another exchange, in my case, Coinbase, transfer the Solana to BitForex, sell Solana for USDC, and then use that USDC to buy OMI. Anyways, that's like the most popular way to buy OMI in the US. But what I needed to do was I needed to get my full 2022 transactions so I can file taxes. And BitForex had a page that would instruct you to go to their order history page in your account and just pull all the transactions that you had in 2022. I didn't have this problem back last year when I was filing for 2021 taxes. But a few days ago, I didn't see that option to set a date range of January 1st, 2022 to December 31st, 2022. The only three options I saw was to get all the transactions that happened within the past 7 days, 30 days, and 90 days.
Oh, no.
Yeah, which sucks, right? Because a few days ago, we were in late February of 2023. 90 days would have gone back to only December 2022. And that's not the full year of 2022. So I was like, what the hell, right? Because this is not an isolated problem. It has to happen to many other people. So I went and dig deeper, but I couldn't find anything. So there was no way for me to grab the full 2022 list. So I emailed them. And luckily, they responded within 12 hours and verified my issue. So they were saying, oh, Will, you need to go to this different page, which I shared this whole experience on my Twitter. You need to go to this page called coinBill or something like that. So this is another page on BitForex, but you have to access it using a link, this specific link that they sent me on my email. So I clicked on it, I log in, and voila, there was this page that allowed me to set the date range. So I set it from January 1st to December 31st, 2022. And this is when so that was the first problem, right? This is when the second problem happened. You can only export it 5 times. You can only export your transactions 5 times. Well, that's not really a problem. So I set my date range of 2022. I click export. They told me they will send me an email. So I couldn't download the full list right then and there. I had to wait for an email. They did send me an email 15 minutes later with that whole transactions, everything I did in 2022. When I clicked on it, it only shows some cryptic characters that there's no way any of us can read that. Oh, no. And so, well, I work in tech, so I know a few tricks. I knew that I had to download the file. So I downloaded it to an Excel file to my local laptop. When I opened it through Excel, I saw all of the data in English in like regular letters. So I was like, okay, this is it. I found it. This is what I'm going to use to file taxes. But this is when the third problem. So the second problem was that cryptic characters. You cannot open it on your Gmail. You need to download it locally in order to open it and actually see it and use it. But this is the third problem. When I opened it, I only saw 4 columns. The first column was the time. So I bought this coin on this date and time, right? The second column was the token name. So OMI, USDT, Solana, whatever. I think I should have mentioned USDT instead of USDC in the beginning of this episode. But anyways, so that's it. Like the type, which is you buy or you sell or you pay for a fee or you transfer to your wallet. And then the last column was the amount, 100,000 OMI, a million OMI, something like that. But what they didn't have was the price per coin at the moment when I bought and sold those coins. So an example, right? Let's say I bought, this is an example. Let's say I bought one Bitcoin for $10,000 in January 2022. Okay. I bought one Bitcoin, $10,000. Let's just say that that's an example. I sold that one Bitcoin for $20,000 in December, right? So when I file my tax to the IRS, they need to know that my cost is $10,000. I sold this one Bitcoin for $20,000, so they can charge taxes for that profit. 20,000 minus 10,000, which is 10,000, right?
The capital gain.
Exactly. They need whatever numbers in USD currency. The export that BitForex gave me did not have any of that. All they had was something like Will bought one Bitcoin in January, Will sold one Bitcoin in December. There was no price per coin in January nor in December. So there was no way for me to file taxes because I'm not gonna tell the IRS that, oh, I bought one Bitcoin, I sold one Bitcoin. Like my gain is basically zero, you know? So I was like, this doesn't make sense. And I emailed them again. And because when I was using their 7, 30 days, 90 days option export on their website, they have everything like price per coin, all of that stuff, but not for the full list of 2022, this special export file. So I emailed them. They told me to wait 15 days. Then they will re-email me with my 2022 all transactions with that extra column. And man, I cannot be the only person who has this problem because there've got to be other OMI holders in the US who are filing tax, who's going to face the same issue and who will have to wait, or at least, don't know what to do because this is not something that you would expect from an exchange, right? I think I am pretty patient in terms of new exchanges for OMI because that doesn't really matter much to me. I enjoy OMI being pretty obscure and not very well known, so I can grab them for cheap. But then, just for this problem alone, I would much rather see OMI on like Binance UX or Coinbase just to make it easier for me, just so that I can hook up Coinbase to my TurboTax and not worry about anything else.
That I don't wish that upon anyone. I don't wish that on anyone to have to go through that. But at the same time, it sounds like you were very resourceful and you knew what to do. And the fact that you've been able to do it already is extremely valuable for everyone who takes advantage and listens to this segment about dealing with BitForex and filing taxes. So if you haven't done so already, listeners, please follow Will on Twitter. He's got some awesome just for you on there.
Yeah, I will keep you guys posted on my my deal with BitForex, and yeah, I hope you guys don't have that issue, and I hope they can resolve it before the tax season ends. Yeah, so that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning. We hope that you got some value today, and don't forget to subscribe and give us a review or rating so that you don't miss out on the actionable and valuable insight, everything VeVe and OMI related. Thank you so much, and we hope to see you again next time.
Take care, guys.